Recording in progress.
We are good.
You didn't want to wait until Debbie got here?
She said not to wait for her.
Ms. Burkhardt?
Yes. Yeah.
Ms. Kenya?
Yes.
Ms. Fu?
Yes.
Ms. Pascarelli? And Ms. Thomas?
Yes. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, we are in compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act. Adequate notice of this meeting was given in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act by forwarding a schedule of regular meetings of the Warren County Library Commission to the Warren County Clerk, the Star Ledger, and Daily Record, and by posting a copy thereof on the bulletin board in the office of the Board of County Commissioners and the office of the Warren County Clerk. Formal action may be taken by the Warren County Library Commissioners at this meeting. Public participation is encouraged. In order to assure full public participation, those individuals with disabilities who wish to attend the meeting should submit any request for special accommodation 1 week in advance. Okay, and I'd like to make can I have a motion to accept the minutes from our April meeting?
Motion.
I'll second that.
Any discussion? Any roll call?
Ms. Burkhardt?
Yes.
Ms. Kenya?
Yes.
Ms. Fu?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, and then financial resolution, can I have a motion to pay bills in the amount of $192,107.16. Can I have a motion to pay bills?
Second.
Roll call. Any discussion first? Or anything? Okay, roll call, please.
Ms. Burkhardt?
Yes.
Ms. Kenya?
Yes.
Ms. Fu?
Yes.
Ms. Pascarelli's not here. Ms. Thomas?
Yes. Okay, are there any communications from the commission? No? Okay, we have public comments on agenda items only. Are there any public comments on agenda items only? Okay, seeing none. Move down. Okay, so since Debbie was working on the bylaws along with our attorney Joe Bell, we will wait until she gets here. She was stuck in traffic, so she's going to be a little late. So we'll just wait and then we'll revisit that. Okay, and anything new with the meetings and recordings and such?
So I spoke with the head of County IT again, Bob Sidey. It's going back to my initial suggestion that we just use Zoom, the OWL like we're doing, and post the recording. So
Okay.
he said, for now, that is fine. So I should be able to post this recording on the site. When he has time in the future, he does want to look at a different setup. But for now, we're good.
Okay, all right, good. And then, so the first one will be this meeting here that will be posted online and accessible.
As long as there's no hiccups, we
Right.
should be good.
Okay, all right, good. All right, any new business? Anything? Okay, seeing none. Resolutions, there aren't any resolutions other than what we did. And then the reports and comments from Library Director Jill.
We finally reopened our Catherine Dixon Hoffman branch. I know many of you were there or able to see it. On the first day we were open to the public, we were just about at 500 people for that day. It was wonderful. For probably a good 4 hours, 10:30 to 2:30, we had 2 or 3 lines the entire time at the circulation desk. People were getting new cards, renewing cards, already checking out materials. I spoke with the branch manager. She said that the door counts have remained high for the past guess that's 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Children's area has been wildly popular with that red boat in there. The Lego cart, they brought that out. They have the early literacy computers going. So she said during most of the hours during the daytime, that area is very active. They're looking forward to next month, they're starting some programs. So they have quite a bit scheduled throughout the summer. So I think they're gonna be busier even than they have been these first few weeks. It's been 3 weeks for our new computer system, Koha. Staff feels pretty confident with the basics, checking in, checking out, pulling the holds list, registering patrons. So we're now gonna kind of move on to a little bit more involved topics. We're looking at batch modifications, batch deletions, adding items, getting the magazines going. I want to thank the staff at this branch, the Gardner branch in particular. We had a huge backlog of holds from our old system that were brought forward into the new system. So for 2 weeks, they've been getting a ton of materials from the other main libraries, to the point where there's just no room down there. They have, like 20 boxes of items. So they've done a wonderful job getting all of that unpacked and moved out to the other branches. We've made quite a bit of progress, kind of catching up with all of those old holds. So knock on wood, I think we're doing pretty well with the system. It's gonna take a few months to, really get used to it, but it's definitely a good start. Our children's librarian, Michelle, has been very busy with our kindergarten orientation bags. We've been doing this for, I think it's definitely over 15 years, could be closer to 20 years at this point. We put together bags with little paperback books about the first day of school for the kids. We have coloring books in there, little writing workbooks, pens, pencils, crayons, bookmarks, and then we put in literature for the library. So it tells them how they can go ahead, register for a card, gives them their locations. She's already been visiting some of our schools, local schools. Some of them do the orientation before the end of the school year, and then others will do it like end of August, beginning of September, just before the school year starts. So that's always a fun one for us. We always have a good time with the little kids. I did hear from Jen Nelson, the state librarian. She was notified that the New Jersey's Grants to States Award will be 50% of what it was last year, so it's approximately $2.25 million she anticipates they're going to receive. She doesn't have any further information as to whether or not, or possibly when, the other 50% might be allocated. So they're moving ahead with their plans for 2026, anticipating the reduction. She still doesn't want to speculate as to what services are going to be impacted, but we do know that Library Link New Jersey is going to be proposing a 10% increase in our delivery fees, which we can handle in our budget. So we should continue, at least for this year, with our deliveries, which is great because we're also using that for the main items, not just interlibrary loan. And Maine has told us to anticipate having a membership fee increase next year. They haven't worked out figures yet. Hopefully, again, that will be something that we can absorb into our budget without any real issues. And then I wanted to let you know, June 16th is the big date. That's our kickoff for summer reading, the first day. The theme this year is Color Our World, and the staff has put together all sorts of programs for all ages, little ones up to adults, for different types of art programs to kind of inspire some kind of creativity and imagination. You don't have to be the best artist, but you can still enjoy it or find that art enriches your life, even if, you're not the best out there, it's fine. We are gonna use the paper reading logs again. We switched back to paper last year and it made a world of difference. It's a lot simpler for the parents, the kids, for our staff than the old system, which was an online app. We got a lot of positive feedback last year and we've had a few questions, people saying, are you still going with paper? And we are. It's old school, but it works. And last year we saw a major increase in our participation for the summer reading program. And definitely we think part of that was due to the simple paper log. So sometimes, what you've done in the past still works very well now. So we're looking forward to that. We've got a ton of programs and I think it's gonna be cute. Our friends at each of our branches ordered little canvases. They're like 3-inch canvases and easels. And we're gonna do like a little art show at all 4 branches throughout the summer. So looking forward to it. It'll be busy, but it'll be fun. You guys have any questions?
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Michelle came to visit my classroom.
Oh,
and she
good.
was absolutely lovely, and the kids were really enthusiastic. How are they gonna get a whale? How are they gonna do that?
That's
There's like a
our,
giant whale that's
Yes.
that's the size of this room, and the kids can walk in it.
yep, we're doing,
I'm psyched. I wanna do that. I think
it's
that's
like
really
40
cool.
feet long,
40 feet,
40 feet long. It's
Wow.
inflatable.
okay.
The kids can walk in it so they can kind of see the innards of the whale.
Oh, cool.
It's part biology, part environmental science. It's a nonprofit group out of Massachusetts that's coming down, and we're gonna do 2 sessions. So if anyone's interested in that, I would sign up as soon as registration opens,
Okay.
because I think that's one that will fill
Yeah,
immediately.
it's going, the kids were really
It-
interested,
it
and they
looks
kept
nice.
asking me, what do you mean I can walk inside? So,
You can
All
go to the website, it's called Whale Mobile. I'm pretty sure that's it.
On-
Whale Mobile.
on your website, or just the
just
Whale-mobile?
For
Okay.
that organization.
Okay,
I don't know if they've posted any pictures yet on our calendar for it,
okay,
but yes, that's gonna be a big one for us.
yeah, no, she was great, that was really, they really enjoyed it, thanks.
And the ages, again, it was 5 was the youngest, right?
No, we have, from birth, we have like, can't remember what we're calling it this year, but the teeny tiny little ones actually get a little activity sheet where the parents,
But I was talking about the whale.
oh, the whale. I'd have to look what the ages are.
Okay, so I think
Yes.
and I forgot what you said, but I think it was.
I think it is,
Like
not for the
5.
preschool age,
Right,
but
right, right.
starting elementary
Okay.
school.
Yeah, that'll be really cool. Was there, did the branch manager say anything about the recording room being used?
Not yet. I think, we're still waiting on county IT to, take care of a few things, and one of them is the computer system in there.
Oh, okay. So that's not quite ready yet then?
No.
Okay. Okay, any other questions for Jill? Okay, any commissioner comments? Anybody? Okay, and then we're opening for public comments. Any comments from?
bylaws?
Oh, you want to do the bylaws?
Oh, that's right, thank you. The status of the bylaws, was there?
I'm still working on it. We should have it by the June meeting.
All right, good. Did everybody get that by the June meeting? We'll have it by the June meeting, the bylaws.
Is that, well, are you voting on them then, or are you going to discuss them so that like the public knows what's happening?
A draft will be ready by the next meeting, that's all.
Okay, now I'll open it to the public. Any public comments? And I just wanted to reiterate that we each have, everybody has 4 minutes, and the clock will be facing you, so you can kind of keep your thoughts in line with the
Okay,
time.
but you don't start it until I finish writing?
Right.
Oh, no,
Once you start
when you
talking.
start speaking,
I know.
yeah.
Okay, okay, just a quick question. for the library director.
Could you state your name, please?
Pardon me?
State your name.
Oh, I'm sorry. My name is Mary Ann Boyd, and I'm from Knowlton Township. Okay? Even though I have a Blairstown mailing address, that's the way it works out there. Okay, just a quick question. You mentioned that next month you'll be starting programs. I was wondering, is there a schedule that's printed somewhere that we could have up front? Do you have to go online to get it? How do we access that information?
Multiple ways. We do have an online calendar. We also have a monthly newsletter that highlights some of the bigger programs. And then at each branch, you could pick up a paper copy of the events.
Of the monthly calendar?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Anyone else from the public? This is when you come up, just state your name and where you live and.
Shelley Harvey, Tyson Township, with a Blairstown mailing address. Okay, and I realize that you don't need to answer questions, but I'm going to ask them. Just to make sure everybody's clear, when you come back with the draft of the bylaws, will they be posted ahead of time so that we can read them prior to the June meeting? That's
I
my
don't know.
first question.
I don't know, I'm still working.
Okay, that's a good answer. I don't mean it as a, you're gonna get it.
I didn't take it that way.
Exactly.
But I guess nothing's been decided. The chair will decide when we vote on it. She hasn't even seen it yet.
Okay,
So,
and then the second question is, will there be time for public discussion and possible influence prior to the board voting on them?
I would say again, we don't know. We haven't set up a schedule for approval. Just trying to get them finished and get them in the board members' hands, commissioners' hands to review and give them some time to reflect on it and comment. I'm sure there'll be revisions.
Okay, with that in mind, I strongly encourage you to allow the public to also have some time to read them and to possibly give you input for consideration, okay? Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Jim Goodwin. I'm from Washington Township. So I just have maybe a suggestion for budgetary next year. It looks like everybody, including everyone here, has to worry about a budget. We're all getting cut back. I also want to know how I can sign up to go inside that whale. I understand that there's been a lot of questions about Mr. Bell and why he's here. He seems like a paid person. We all like to be paid here. You're all volunteers, and that's great. He is a liaison to the commissioners, and I think that's, we all need a liaison for every committee that the commissioners have. I think that's appropriate. Most organizations have those kinds of things for board of directors. But it seems like the issue is also money that's coming up very tight in the coming year. And the fact that these wonderful exhibits such as this whale, which is amazing, cost money. And it's a way possibly to save some money. I know Mr. Bell is certainly qualified to be here, but so are the commissioners. Could the commissioners take that responsibility and be that liaison person? Maybe it would save several $1,000s and you get 2 whales here in the next year. So that's my comment.
Just in response to that, I know it came up last time, but none of us were on the commission when an attorney was hired for the library commission. None of us were here when that was done. So why did they need, who felt the need that we needed an attorney?
County Administrator Alex Lazorsak.
Okay. All right. I will have to say, I was coming to the meetings with a friend since 2023, and it was only two of us in the audience. And if we had any, I guess if there was any legal issues, maybe it was posed to whoever the county attorney was. So then you said it was suggested by Mr. Lazarchuk to do that. But the meetings have gotten a lot more crowded and a lot more, is going on. And I think they just thought it would be more of a protection for everybody if there was legal counsel here. That's my guess. I know that in the meetings we went from two people, like to no people to two people for a whole year, and then to like 30. So.
I don't understand that.
And a lot of the boards, as far as I understand, a lot of the boards do have their own attorney too. So, I mean, you might want to talk to the county administrator on that, if you want to know. But they weren't, it was not appointed. The attorney was not appointed originally when any of us were on the board. So I just wanted to clarify that.
Hi, my name is Ellen Schiller, a resident of Blairstown. On the same topic, may I ask someone to find out how much it costs the library to have an attorney here per meeting?
It's $190 an hour.
$190 an hour?
Yes.
I agree that I don't think it's a needed expense. If there would be a reason to get a legal opinion, I would think you could ask for that to happen, and at the next meeting, it could be reported, sort of like the bylaws. The bylaws aren't ready yet, so we're all anticipating if and when the bylaws come, will the public have a chance to view them before they are voted on? It's a question that's come up already, and it's a question I think that many of us would like an answer to. Hopefully, there would be a time that the public could see them before the board would vote on them. We're just hoping that, but.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Judy McDonald, Liberty Township. In regards to what we were just discussing, I thought maybe, and I'm not sure, because I don't know either, but maybe because of the nature of what has been brought up regarding the books, with First Amendment rights and child pornography laws, federal and state, I thought maybe that's why he's here, but maybe at some point we could have an explanation. But that's my thought, maybe that's why he's here, because that's been the topic of, that we've been discussing with books and so forth.
Yeah, that's why we wanted to make
He doesn't ask.
We hear? I can't hear anything.
Thank you.
Oh, and one more thing, just a request to have the microphone for the next meeting.
Yes.
If it's just a matter of plugging it in and hooking it up, that would be great. Okay.
Thank you.
I'm Teresa Esposito Jackson, Washington Township. I've spoken numerous times at the last couple of meetings with concerns about budget. I have brought up the concern about the lawyer being here. I know you spoke that none of you were on the commission when a lawyer was hired, but previously when there was concerns, the lawyer was only present when there were specific things being addressed. They weren't here at every single meeting. And I can understand the need for legal counsel if there's something that needs to be addressed, but to have someone here at every meeting seems excessive, especially because we've been talking about budget concerns. We've been talking about the IMLS. We've been talking about how Warren County is the lowest paying library in all of New Jersey, and that they're having a hard time staffing our libraries because we don't pay competitively at all. So again, this seems like a misuse of funds, and I was a little frustrated when you said, well, if this is a concern for you, this is a problem for you, like contact the county commissioner, which yes, you should. But at the same time, you are the library commission. Your job is to kind of be the go-between with the citizens and the county commission. You are appointed by the county commission. So that should not be put necessarily on us. That should also be part of your responsibility and your job. If you don't feel like the legal representation is necessary at every meeting, then you should be saying so. Like, your job is to maintain the budget. And I've asked him, what is the plan for this? How are we preparing? How are we making sure everyone is staffed? We know that there are certain rules that need to be met in order to receive state funding. And part of that is having 6 professional librarians on staff. And as of right now, we do. But I think you said there's certain retirements or something else. Like, I don't know if you said there might be some resignations or retirements coming up.
We have currently, I think, 2 open positions for the professional librarians.
Yeah.
And we have 2 retirements coming up.
So that could put us in danger of state funding. And that's a concern. And it doesn't seem like there's any proactive measures being taken by the Library Commission to address the fact that we're having a hard time staffing both professional librarians and additional staff. And again, not having answers. And I've asked this at like 3 meetings at this point. And every time I'm hoping I'll see something on the agenda and there's nothing. So I don't know what you guys are doing to plan, what conversations you're having, because it seems like there's nothing going on. And that's really disappointing because we don't want to lose state funding. And I know it was brought up about when the last meeting, when having trouble with staffing issues, you asked, well, is it normal for libraries to be open on weekends? Yes, a lot of libraries are open on weekends. Maybe not Sundays, but yes, that is normal. And a lot of citizens depend on coming to the library on weekends. So what concerned me is that seemed to be like, well, if we can't staff it, we'll just close it. And I know, because I did my research and I did my due diligence, that a requirement of having state funding is having weekend hours. So if we don't have weekend hours, we lose state funding. And again, I am not on the Library Commission, but I was able to find that out. So I'm getting really frustrated coming here month after month after month and not having any answers to questions that are being asked repeatedly. So I'm going to ask you guys to please do your jobs and please have a plan in place of how we're going to address all these budget shortfalls and really look into what extraneous expenses we're having that could be rectified and put in better use. Thank you.
I would never, I did not mean to make it sound like I would not ask the county administrator on your behalf. I mean, we are their constituents, all of us, whether we're on the commission or a director or, so I mean, I would never say, no, that's okay, I'll ask for it. No, definitely engage the county, the commissioner, the administrator,
I
for sure.
agree, we should, but if you should also on our behalf being on the commission.
Anyone else from the public?
Just one thing. Sorry I wasn't here last, it's been a little bit. I'm Sandy Roberts from Blairstown. Taking all my notes. So glad to hear that the bylaws are getting worked on because 2009, it's definitely time. But I am kind of curious, I've heard that you've been meeting for a while. What kinds of issues are the concerns with the bylaws? They seem pretty straightforward. I mean, they're like 2.5 pages. So like, what are the concerns? Can you give us a summary of the topics being discussed? It seems like, since it's been brought up a couple times at meetings and clearly there's discussions going on.
Issues have been raised by board members, by the previous library director, by the attorney, to make sure we're in compliance with state laws. And also things that just were never addressed before, to make sure the library system runs properly. That's all I can speak about it. But it's
So you can't
going to be a
provide
lot
any
more than 2. No. It's going to be a lot more than 2 pages.
Okay. So there's going to be significant additions
Absolutely.
to deal with.
The previous library director had drafted an initial draft, which was 5 pages, maybe, and so it's working off of that.
So, okay, I guess if that's all you're willing to share at this time?
It's not willing, it's able to at this point. Nothing's been determined yet.
Anyone else from the public?
Can I ask one question?
Well,
I'm sorry,
feel free to
since that conversation, I would suggest that one of the areas
Can you
of,
state your name?
I'm sorry, I'm still Shelley Harvey, I'm still from,
You're still-
New Jersey.
You haven't changed it?
I haven't changed, yeah, well, maybe a little bit, I got older like everybody else, right? One of the things I would recommend, in addition to giving us time to provide feedback and possible influence, I would like to see a section on for the commission, what the requirements are and what the job description.
I'm gonna speak to that.
Okay.
This
thank you.
board does not appoint the members of the
No, I know
commission.
you do not,
There's probably not going to be anything in the bylaws.
so that's something we should be going straight to the, okay.
That's
got it.
according to the law, that the enabling legislation that provides direction for library commissions in the state of New Jersey. It states explicitly that the county commissioner.
I'm sorry.
It states explicitly that the county commissioners make the appointments. And I think there might be, I can't remember, Joe, they may say in that enabling legislation, you must be a member of resident of the county. I mean, some things like that that are very
I'll look it up. I'll do it.
legal kinds of things, right? Beyond that, no.
I'll go to the library, Dixon, which I love, and do my research. Thank you.
Kelly McKay from White Township. I just want to echo the concerns about staffing that it's been brought up in the library director's report in the past few meetings, and there hasn't been a lot of discussion about what to do about it, or, ways to help with that. I've just heard about all of the programs that are happening. Wales, amazing. Thank you for bringing that up. It's on my radar. I really want to make sure that we're able to still have things like that. And if we have 2 openings now and then adding 2 more, both the funding, but also the work of making programs happen. Like, we think of librarians as just shelving books and checking them in and out and things like that, but someone has to make these things happen. And I'm concerned that if we are losing staff and unable to fill them, we're not going to have as many events to go to. Like, what programs are we going to be missing out? It's hard to see the negative, but we have programs that are completely at capacity. I tried so hard to get to that mini horse, gonna get to the whale. And, just knowing that there's such a demand from the community for these programs, I hope that we can all figure out a way to fill these positions and make sure that we keep supporting the library. And just to make a comment, praising with all of the switchovers in the new branch, I was here volunteering, reshelving books on one of the first days we switched to Maine at the Gardner branch, and just the amount of grace that the library staff had with dealing with all of the issues, and people from the public who Hoopla suddenly had them with their birth date at 1900 and said they weren't a real person anymore, and handling it with laughter and kindness and respect, both from the public that I saw and the library staff was, we're very fortunate to have the staff that we have, at least I see at the Gardner branch. And I just wanted to speak to that. And yay, summer reading logs being on paper. That's made a huge difference with my child for how much he gets into it, how much reading actually happens. On the phone, it was just a nightmare because he's just on the phone, and stickers, kids love stickers. So thank you for bringing those back.
I love the idea that it's paper.
It's so simple.
Technology doesn't
And it
always work. So that's good. That's good. Anybody else from the public? Anyone? Okay, not seeing any. There is no need for an executive session tonight. So I don't need to make a motion to adjourn.
No, what did we decide? We need a motion to adjourn, Jeff.
You can make a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Okay. And it is adjourned at 6:05. 6:04. Thank you all for coming.